Share your fantasy with me. What the Knicks were going to look like tonight going up against LeBron James and D. Wade in their house. The house that is presently under the ownership of Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire. Your thoughts up next at 800-919-3776 with Stephen A. on ESPN New York.
This is the Stephen A. Smith Show on ESPN New York.
I'm going to tell you what my fantasy was. Not a blowout, even though I thought they were going to win by 20 tonight. That's not my fantasy. My fantasy is that the Knicks are blowing them out in the first half. And then the next thing you know, the Miami Heat come roaring back. And all of a sudden, by the middle of the third quarter, a 22-point lead is dwindled down to 2. Hell, they even tied the game. And then all of a sudden, nip and tuck back and forth for the next quarter and a half until the last minute of the game kicks in. And then Carmelo Anthony looks at Amari Stoudemire and says, I love you, bro, but move out the way, please. Just move. Mike, coach, give me the ball. Give me the ball and move out the way. And then for the next minute, consisting of about 2 to probably 3 to 4 possessions, minute and a half, let's say, every time down the floor, I'll even go as far as to say the Knicks were actually trailing. They're trailing by 6. But then Carmelo takes LeBron to the right, pulls up, net. Carmelo, pump fake, drives to his right, spins to his left, finger roll, dips in LeBron's face. He sits there, LeBron gets uptight. The look on his face, he's frowning, he's ticked off because he knows he's being embarrassed. Melo forgets that they're friends, and he starts laughing at him, and he looks at Amari and Chauncey and Tony Douglas and everybody else again, and he says, move out the way, spread it out. And everybody just moves to the 4 corners. And all of a sudden, it's Melo again. And this time he's laughing at LeBron while dribbling and just starts jumping up and down and starts dancing on him and just boogieing on him, shakes him, jukes him. All of a sudden, comes to his left, cross over to his right, pulls up nothing but net. Game is tied. Meanwhile, LeBron James sits there, he gets all frustrated. He goes to Eric Spoelstra. He says, give me the ball, coach. Give me the ball. I can't have that. And Eric Spoelstra, wanting to appease his superstar $111 million player in the closing moments, and D. Wade being sensitive to the fact that LeBron just finished spending the last minute and a half getting waxed beautifully in front of a packed Madison Square Garden. Even D. Wade says, I got you, bro. I feel you. I know your feelings are hurt. I'm going to give you an opportunity to make this up. And LeBron sits there and does the usual. Goes to his right, goes to his left, steps back, pulls up for a weak jumper, air ball. Knicks grab the ball, call a timeout, scores tied, 15 seconds left on the clock. Melo calls for the ball one last time. And then Melo gets the ball about 10 feet beyond the top of the key. The Knicks spread the floor again, and Miami, instead of doubling, because Melo has been busting LeBron's butt, Spoelstra says, you on your own. LeBron says, I got him. And then Melo sits there, never looks at the rim, just looks in LeBron's face while bending over and dribbling with his left hand. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce. All of a sudden acts like he's going to drive, pulls up behind 3, no time left. The bottom of the net is all that's touched. The Garden is going crazy. The Knicks close out game 1, the opener of the season, beat Miami with Melo having scored the last 9 points in a minute and a half. All facials on LeBron James to send a message to the rest of the Eastern Conference. The New York Knicks are coming. The New York Knicks are coming. The New York Knicks are coming. That was my fantasy.